And here's what Jesus said in John's Gospel, John 16. He said that the Holy Spirit will convict us of sin, that He will guide us into all truth, that He'll speak into our hearts the very words of God, that He'll tell us of things to come, that He'll glorify Jesus Christ. And all of this is our guarantee to be able to encourage us, hey, listen, you belong to God, and He will never leave you, He'll never forsake you. And you have God's Holy Spirit in your heart. I'll give you proof of that. Those of you that have surrendered to Christ, have you ever had a time when you feel totally convicted in your sin? Where you feel bad. You're like, oh gosh, I did that. And man, I feel unworthy. I feel ashamed about what I've done. Hey, listen, be encouraged. That's an evidence that the Holy Spirit lives in you. He's the one, that's where that conviction comes from. When you feel that way, if you were absolutely did not have God's Holy Spirit in you, and if you had actually absolutely rejected the Lord and He had removed His Spirit from you, your conscience would be seared. You wouldn't care about that. But the fact that you do care about that, the fact that that does bother you, maybe some of you coming here today, and you've got something within your life where you're just, oh man, I feel so badly about that. Take heart, that's the Holy Spirit's presence in your life. That reminds you, you belong to God. And you've grieved His heart, and He's letting you know about it. Now, don't misunderstand the conviction of the Holy Spirit with the condemnation of the devil. Because the devil condemns. The Lord doesn't condemn. But the devil does. He'll show up and tell you what a loser you are and that you're a blow-it and you ought to, well, give up and just forget about it and God's given up on you. That's a voice of the devil. With the voice of the Lord, sometimes it's a voice of conviction. Hey, you're where you ought not to be. You're doing what you ought not to do. Come back.